And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Now Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. On the move past the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 37. Well, he can certainly be a big asset in this passing game. He proves it right there. He makes the catch out of the backfield, and then off he goes. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And Brady, the tight end's got it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. On play action, now Brady. Forced out to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start, because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Bucs and Saints expected to possibly be the two to slug it out for the NFC South title in 2022. The Saints have had the Bucs number pretty much since the arrival of Tom Brady, at least in the regular season. They're 4-0 against Tampa Bay the last 2 seasons in the regular season. But remember, when Tampa won the Super Bowl, they did defeat New Orleans en route to that title. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jameis to throw it. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. CD run a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3-and-out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a lip. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Up the gut, Fournette. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. Kind of looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jameis Winston. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Well, lots on for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Quick throw to Olave. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Brings up 2nd and 2. Second and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
Kamara. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Thomas will come in motion right. Kamara trying again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. In motion, the tight end. Third and goal, Winston. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints have taken the lead. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Winston now. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now. It's 17-10. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well,
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
On first down, Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On first down, they run with Camaras. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Winston now from the 50. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into point.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down, Winston. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
The receiver factor of Ohio State turned out an NFL-ready deep threat this year in Olave, who New Orleans jumped up to get at number 11. The Saints learned last year they need another defense breaker in their receiver room to allow a little bit of space to throw underneath. Sub 4.4 speed and a history of turning deep routes into touchdowns made Chris Olave their guy, and he gets them the first down.
They go play action. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Fournette really solidified his place with the Bucs last season. He ran for over 800 yards and 8 touchdowns and caught an impressive 69 passes. Tampa made sure he stuck around, too, giving him a new 3-year contract.
Now he'll throw with Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 3/4. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete. Bernard. And he is going to have the Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And this time he won't even make it back to the line of scrimmage as they stop him in his tracks. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Brady. Oh, no, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Brady now to throw. And brought in by Brady. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. And Brady will sneak it. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bucs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 24-24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Winston to throw. Connecting with Hill. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. He's got his target. It's Olave. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Here's Bernard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Brady dumps it off to Fournette. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Succop's kick is good, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small.